Hello, my name is Maureen, for those of you who don't know me. And today I'm recording a type of meditation that is more geared towards helping tune in with our emotional world. I find that there is a lot of emotional bypass or, emotional ignorance in a way, especially in the yoga and mindfulness community where, we want to foster practices that help us create, happiness and help us build gratitude. And all of those are extremely important tools. And, shift perspective to see the positive in things. It's all really helpful and important, unless we do this as a way to ignore the more difficult stuff, which happens a lot. I know it happens to me a lot, so I guess it happens to other people too, where there are things that are really hard to process or, don't feel comfortable, or we don't want to look at it. And we tend to rush to gratitude and all those practices. And I don't think this is helpful in the long term, because we build a lot of, emotional negligence. And I think it's important to look at the difficult emotions equally as the ones that make us feel good. So that's the idea of the practice today, and learning to tune in with how we feel really, and be very honest about the answer to the question, how do I really feel really? So I invite you to close your eyes if you're okay with that, and make sure you're in a comfortable seat. And that seat can be cross-legged, sitting on a block, sitting on a floor, on a chair, on your bed, wherever it is, as long as it's comfortable. And first, I invite you to tune in with your body. So first, feel the weight of the body. The weight of your legs, weight of the sitting bones. Maybe the shoulders can drop down a little. And from here, I invite you to scan the body from head to toe, and simply notice how the body feels. There's no right or wrong. It's simply about checking in. How does the body feel? And as you scan through the body, you might notice that some areas of the body are quite relaxed. Some others might be a bit tense or a bit achy. It's okay. It's just about noticing. And maybe you can bring your attention to areas of the body that often go unnoticed. Could be anything from your ears, your tongue, the fingers, behind the knees, the toes. And that's the practice of bringing more awareness to things in the body that we feel and others that we don't really pay attention to. And now let's peel one more layer. Go a bit deeper and start to connect with your breath. Maybe as you do that, there's a little sigh happening. And it's the same idea of observing, noticing what the breath is doing. There's no right or wrong. Maybe you can tune in with how the breath connects to the body. Feeling the chest, maybe the belly, rising up and down as you breathe in and out. The rising and falling, just happening with no really effort. Each breath slightly different than the other. And now let's peel another layer. go a little bit deeper and check in with how you feel. How do you feel today, right now? And every time I ask that question, I know that for me, usually I need to take a little sigh. How do I feel? Really, often it takes a bit of time to figure out how we feel. And the beauty of the practice is to build awareness and notice that there are many different things we can feel at the same time. So it's the same with the body. Different parts of the body can feel different. The body might overall feel okay, and some parts might be really relaxed and feel great, and at the same time other parts of the body might be a bit tense or achy or not feel that good. It's the same with our emotions and feelings. We can feel many different things at the same time. So the idea is to check in and notice what's there. Build some awareness of all the emotions that are cohabitating. And again, there's no wrong or right. What's there is there. And similarly to the body, there are certain things that we bring more attention to. The things that make us feel good. Feelings of gratitude and joy and peace. Of course, we're going to bring more attention to them. Those are the things we want to foster and try to expand. But what do we do with the other things that don't necessarily make us feel good, that can be challenging, difficult, painful. Do we ignore them? When you have a wound on your physical body, do you ignore it or do you tend to it? You don't want to over obsess about it, but it's healthy to want to heal it, take care of it. It's the same with our emotions. Unfortunately, we're not really told how to deal with what's difficult, overwhelming, or painful. It's way easier to ignore it. It's way easier to rush to practices that make us feel good. And it's human too. But are we doing this as an escape? Oftentimes when we keep ignoring things, they build up and they come back stronger and stronger. I don't know about you, but when I'm being ignored, I don't respond well. When I'm being ignored, I feel small. I feel like I don't matter. And I want to scream even harder. Please see me. Hear me. I'm here. It's the same with our emotions. It's important to try and get to know them a little bit better. It doesn't mean we have to dwell into them. But we can sit, check in and listen. Give those parts of us a bit of attention instead of wishing that they were not here. Whether we feel frustrated, angry, sad, disappointed, shameful, guilty, things that we've been told or is not really pretty. It's okay to feel those things. You're allowed to feel those things. as it's the case with the physical body. Different things can exist at the same time. So you can feel grateful and frustrated at the same time. And you can feel very joyful, but also be a bit sad. One doesn't negate the other. It's just about learning how to make those coexist and give attention to everything that's inside. Now, when we haven't learned how to give certain emotions some space, when we have pushed some things away for a long time, when we all of a sudden start to connect back, it can feel very overwhelming. It can feel like it's a lot. So we might feel a bit scared of what's inside. As we start peeking, having a look, we can realize, wow, there's a lot there. I don't know how I can deal with this. This is too much. It's okay. A way to start connecting back while feeling safe is to do the same as we've done with the body and the breath. It's about noticing, I have that big emotion coming up. How does it feel in my body? Where can I feel that emotion in my body? If you're frustrated, for example, first, it's okay to be frustrated. There are a lot of frustrating things. Now, we don't want to dwell on the reasons why, the story behind it. It's more about connecting to the qualities of that emotion. So when I get frustrated and I connect to that frustration, I can feel that usually it's in my shoulders. I can feel some tension in my jaws. Maybe even in my fingers. I might start making fists. It's okay. And then I can measure the intensity of, wow, it's a lot. It's really impacting me. And instead of running away, which is what I personally tend to do because this is uncomfortable. I don't want to feel this way. And I get frustrated because I'm frustrated. And this is a never, ever ending cycle. It's not helpful. What's helpful is to learn how to sit with that feeling because it's there. It's there. You can run away all you want. It's there. It's going to come back. So you might as well try to get to know it. It's like when, sometimes we meet people and we might get triggered by them or a little bit judgy, or the more you get to know someone, the more kindness you can develop, the more space you can create for them. It's the same thing with what's happening inside of us. I often talk to those parts of me that are a bit difficult to handle as if it was a child. And it's about telling that frustration or that anger or that sadness, tell me more. Tell me more about who you are, how you feel. If a child came to you saying, I'm so frustrated, or I'm so angry, or I'm so sad, what would you do? Instinctively, you would probably just say, oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. Tell me more. Tell me more about it. How does that make you feel? It's okay, I'll stay with you. I'll hold your hand. And I'll be here as long as you need, until you've felt everything you needed to felt, until you can move on. And if that emotion comes back again, I'll be here. It's fine. You're allowed to feel the way you feel. What if we could speak to our emotions and the parts of us that feel sometimes difficult and overwhelming? What if we could speak to those parts in those words with that intention? Wouldn't that feel way better? Now, wherever you are, you're welcome to stay a bit longer here. Keep checking in with what's happening inside of us, inside of you, sorry. You can keep exploring, and every time an emotion comes up, noticing where do you feel it in your body, how intense does it feel, and try to approach it as if it was a child sharing with you how they felt. How would you respond? So you're very welcome to keep doing that. If you're ready for now to close the practice, you can slowly start to connect back with your breath. And then connect to your body again, feeling the weight of the body, the anchoring of the sitting bones. And let's take a big inhale and a big exhale, say it out. One more big inhale and a big exhale. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed, maybe stay there a bit longer. Or you can pop your eyes open. And before you move on to other stuff, maybe stay in this position. And know that you can check in at any time. It doesn't have to be as long as today. It can be shorter, can be 2 minutes. But getting into the habit of checking in, the habit of, oh, how do I feel? Ooh, I feel a bit of everything. It's okay. That's the practice of building more awareness. And when something big comes up, something big can also be something amazing, that feels amazing, and it can be overwhelming too. So it's learning how to sit with it and approach things in a different way with a bit more kindness. So yeah, I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.